Hey guys, DT Gaming here. So I'm gonna do some UL fishing here on Tunguska. Actually on the small river. We're sitting at 113, 112, which is right here on the map. This is E6, and we're gonna be using this setup right here. This information came from Joven, so I appreciate that for sharing this. He was using a 4 point some kg leader. I'm using a 6.2. Spiker 2015. Now let me double check to see if this is a lure that I'm supposed to be using. Alright, yes, it is 015. So I'm gonna be using speed retrieve 25, and we're just gonna do a full cast right toward this direction. So basically casting direct east. Alright. You're going to let it drift before you start reeling and see if a fish will grab on the drop. If nothing grabs, then start reeling, okay? I'm going to show you guys a couple cool techniques to attract fish, okay? While you are doing a straight retrieve, you can hold shift to do speed up, okay? Then you just pause. This will give a chance for the fish to catch up on the lure if there's one following it. That pause will allow that fish to catch up to you. Alright, again, just give it a moment where you start reeling. Nothing grabs and start reeling. Give it about at least 5-10 meters, you know. So about 35, as you see, we'll do the speed up. And then we'll pause. If nothing grabs, just continue doing your straight retrieve. Try one more time like that. I'm just going to do the... actually, that didn't work. Okay, so that did not work with the speed up. Maybe because I didn't give it a chance. So... if you want, you can do a straight retrieve. And that will also get you fish. So like I said, there's 3 ways to track the fish, okay? I showed you 2 of them already. The straight retrieve, the speed up, and the pause. Now you can actually pause without the speed up. That will also get fish. Go do a straight retrieve for a little bit. You get about 35, 30 meters. Okay. It's a shame that I'm not really getting markers, but to be honest with you, it's sunny, so that's going to actually affect the fish quality, and it's getting close towards noon. You see the bites are pretty good, but it's the quality of the fish is not good. That one's good. That is a marker. Again, like I said, reel up to about 30 meters, and then stop reeling. Okay. Combining these techniques is going to get you more fish. I promise you that. Now I can't promise that you're going to get good fish, but you will get fish. You just gotta be patient with it and keep at it. Okay, so nothing grabbable, just do a straight retrieval. So as it approaches noon, these fish are going to get slower and slower with biting. But it should pick up after 1500. You definitely want to make sure that you start fishing as soon as it hits morning. So when that changes up there to the sun or daylight, that's when you want to start casting. This is pretty much the same for any fishing, to be honest with you. Whether it's Balea, I guess Balea, Yama, and Tunguska, all three benefit of early morning fishing. But if you can somehow manage to fish when it's partly cloudy, your luck will be so much better throughout the day. I know it's strange because these fish should be thriving in the sun because you're using a lure that depends on reflection. In real life, the reflection would drive a fish mad and would trigger an attack. That's kind of why I suggest to do these paws, because maybe it mimics a fish. You know how a fish flickers when it turns? It actually creates that reflection. A fish reflects when it moves. And when the fish is kind of dying, they'll flicker, you know, flicker, flutter, no matter what you call it. They create that reflection as they're dying, you know, they shake. But the reason why I'm not getting any bites, guys, it's noon. So let's do some speed ups. No pause. See if something will trigger. Like I said, you want the depth to be hitting this when it is partly cloudy. Then your bite rate be much better, and you'll be catching fish even around noon. Right now, the sun is high, and these fish are not going to be wanting to bite. Alright, so let's give it a pause, and I'll resume back after 1400. Alright, 1523 should be long enough. Alright, guys, you definitely want to make sure that you have your lure in the water between 18 and 22 if you want to have a chance of catching a trophy fish, especially these browns. These brown trophies are super active in that hour range. I call it trophy time, to be honest. So every trophy I caught, pretty much, between pikes and brown trouts, graylings, even chubs, they hit around those hours. Trying to trigger a bite here. All fish. You think it's clouding up because it's so hazy back there. It seemed to be good of these graylings though. That cast is way back there. Guys, it's like the other side almost. So I'm not technically casting where I want to be. Casting too far back. I want to cast right there next to this rock. So instead of doing a full cast, I just need to do a maybe 100% cast. Okay, I'll just do... Okay, that's where I want to be. Right in that white water. Or white rapids, whatever you call it. Yeah, that's what I think I want to be casting. This one seems good. See it dip in the orange there. So maybe there's such thing as casting too far. What is this? Like, that is not good. Now, I think if I was using a 4.2 kg bleeder, that pipe would have bit that easily. I try to keep my rod pointed to the way I want to be casting. And I'll just keep reeling even on to the side. That's a small fish. Dude, kinda can't.
Try to get this image on as wallpaper for our desktop.
At least the bites are back. It's just getting small fish again. Like I said, make sure that your lure is in the water between this time and 22. What you need to watch for is the sky. When it turns into like a basically like a dark purple color, that's the time where these trophy browns like to hit. That'll be like about 21:20 about. Not many browns being caught though, so it could be graylings I might get. Now, You see, we're getting pink salmon, right? To get the larger pink salmons, they kind of like to bite in the early morning, and these fish, they will actually bite in the rain too. Early morning in rain, pink salmons are pretty good, especially you can find some really big ones. One of these videos, if I can find time or find the time for it, I will do a video on it with fishing for the pink salmons with it raining. Alright, that time is coming up. Like I said, well, 21:20 is where you think you might be able to get the trophy. Depends on if the lure is the active lure for him. Okay. And if you guys notice, these pink salmons hit more towards the shore, right? I gotta get back out there quickly. This is the color I'm talking about. It's approaching to that color where these trophy browns like to hit. Right around this hour. Again, it's all based on the lure that you're using. I got my trophy browns on the Spiker 018 and the original popper. Yeah, they're not gonna be biting. Ooh. But don't stop casting. Just keep on casting even at this hour. At least till a little bit after midnight. Then I would just do something else or go sell your fish and wait till morning for the next session. But as it gets darker, the harder it is to as it gets closer to midnight, the harder it is to get a bite. Probably made around 200 and some silver for amount of time fishing. Still feeling pull something out of here. I'm gonna do one more cast. Actually, I'm gonna do one more cast. I'm gonna cast towards this direction. Take the rocks that way. Huh, that's actually doing speed ups on its own. Oh well. Did my best. We'll see how much we made. To be honest, if you guys were going to be fishing, you could try right here, and you'll cast towards that swirl back there. That would actually probably get you some fish. Right. So we're gonna go up this direction. Check the cafe, see if there's anything we got to offer. Sometimes there's Arctics, there's East Graylings, there's brown trouts. It's always nice to try and make a little extra out of it. But not always though. So 38 minutes, not too bad. 110. Damn, I was way under. I thought maybe about 200. That's horrible, actually. But to be fair, if you look at all these non-markers, because the fact is that it was sunny the whole entire time, it was what fishing was bad. It could be the lure too. I tried it because I tried it for a friend. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the video. Like the video, guys. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.